Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome back to City Heroes in the heart of Sydney. We've got a great match up here. We've got the Greek, Tony, who's been playing fantastic today, and we've got Ben Judge as well, that they're going to be playing against each other. They've just had a lag. I didn't get the lag, but we're just about to kick it off. I'm Jamie Williams, and next to me is a fantastic, multi-talented Barry Mavros.
You know, you actually forgot to mention good-looking.
Oh, sorry about that. Multi-talented, that's one of your many
You noticed
talents.
that I spat on myself when I said good-looking. Oh, yes. Greeks, when they don't want to jinx themselves, they spit on each other.
Really?
Yes, they say, oh, I think you're really good-looking. They spit on you.
Oh.
That's all. And they say, when I said good luck to Tony, I spat on him. Good luck, Tony.
What a lovely thing to do. I should go to Greece one day.
So Ben Judge obviously won the lag. And look, he's changed his break. He's breaking from holding his hand on the back, not doing the open bridge. So maybe you heard some of our commentary earlier.
Maybe he did. He was doing an open bridge before, like a snooker bridge, and not getting much result. Oh, we were saying you kind of lose a bit of control with an open bridge on a break, don't you?
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to hit the balls as hard as the other players are with breaking, but it doesn't really matter because his run-out ability is so high. Now, guys, if you're out there at home, we're going to be able to answer your calls, your questions, just right up. This is a Matchroom Sport, multi-sport event, Q-World event. Please like and share the page. I'm actually doing that right now as I'm talking to you. I'm going on my Facebook page right now, and I'm finding the stream, and I'm going to like and share it.
Extension code.
Jamie Williams?
Yes, Sheffield McWilliams. Share it to my page, Barry.
Oh, share it to your page. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So anyone that can, any one of my friends will be able to go online and see that it's being shown live on my page. I'm not sure if Ben actually went for that then, or if he was playing safe. I think he went for it. It was a bad shot. He's undercut it. Left Tony with a shot. Left Tony with, well, he can see the one. Not an easy shot. I think he might be playing around the table here and trying to lock this white behind a few balls. Got a cluster with the 9, the pink ball 4, the 3. The thing is, if he clips off the left-hand side of this one, well, he can go for the shot, put enough side on it that if he misses it, he lands safe, but he's not. He's gone for the double look.
He's gone for the aggressive option.
And he's nearly got it.
Gone for the aggressive option, and has he left it up? I think he's left an edge.
I think the 5's in the way, Barry.
I really can't tell. Lord, can we get any confirmation?
Mate, early starters, Ben still reeling from that miracle win against Craig Riley, and he's still showing, obviously, a cool, calm nature. Whereas on the other hand, Tony looking to try to settle in, try to build some rhythm and try to settle in. It's not going to happen when you get a fluke.
He's in.
Praise the Lord, Lord Langer.
Langer. It's a really interesting nickname, Lord Langer. It's like
Lord
Lord
Langer.
Skywalker or something.
Absolutely, it's come from you, that one, Barry.
So, guys, if you're just joining us from wherever you are around the globe, welcome to our semi-final match. This is a semi-final. It's a race to 9, winner break format. The winner of this match gets to play Marco Toicha in the final for a spot to go to America, the Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, to play in the longest-running event in the world, 9-ball event in the world, the US Open 9-ball, which you know is many people regard the toughest event in the world to win. Because anyone in the world can rock up with a $1,500 worth of cash and buy their ticket to play. 256 players usually minimum per year. It's going to be huge. And this year, of course, Mr. Barry Hearn has... Oh, he's going to move that 9-ball, which it did.
Scratch there, unfortunately. Missed the one, gone round the table, collided with a few other balls, and the white ball spun straight in. Langer picking out the wrong ball there.
I don't even think Langer realised. So any questions you guys have for us, please let them know in the commentaries, in the comments. Just spoke. Question. Oh, the spell check, Miss. Just write up your questions and requests here, guys, and we can answer your questions. Now, yes, Tony Gagardis is from Greece. He hails from Athens, Greece. He played a character-building match earlier with Marco Toicha. It was a close one. 11 frames to 8 with a winner break format is a close match. Could have gone either way, to be honest, but Marco, I think it went fairly to Marco. Marco played extremely strong, made less errors than Tony did that match. The question is, can Tony recoup from that and put himself back in the winner's side. So there's only 3 players left in this event. These players have both secured $1,000 cash, which covers the entry fee. And now they're challenging each other. They're asking the question of each other to go to the final to play for a minimum. If they win, the winner of this match gets $3,000.
It's a good.
So they're already paying for $2,000 now.
Absolutely, it's a good bit of cash there, Barry. Especially to sort yourself out over just a couple of days playing pool. So Tony just playing the 2 ball in there and nicely on the 3. It's got an angle to just cruise up towards the 4.
I wish we could get a shot of Ben Judge sitting in a chair. He is looking so relaxed. It looks like he's going to fall asleep. Look at him.
Well, I see a bit of a side eye there. He's like glancing across the room.
That's the shot there.
He's leaving himself the long shot.
He's
on this,
a little bit off. He's a little bit on the wrong. He wanted to be more fat in this, didn't he?
Yeah, he knows it as well. He's shaking his head.
He wanted to be more fat in this because it just plays better. Now he's going to do something special with the white ball. Maybe play a kiss into the 6. It's a little bit offline.
Yeah, I'll be shooting this forward into the left, into the corner pocket.
A lot of pressure here.
Cruising into this green ball maybe, or onto the cushion. Cruising into the 5. Nearly into the 5.
Wow.
Not the best leave.
He went right through it. I think he was playing the kiss on the 6. Now he's a little bit off angle here on the 5. Gee, this first rack is so important, isn't it? So Julian Aspadari, how are you, Julian? My friend. Julian's a knife expert. He makes knives. Beautiful work. Can you explain when he was making that 2-shot he just did on how to get the ball to grab the rail, to follow it down on the pocket instead of bouncing off the rail? He actually used check side there. He used left-hand spin on the white ball, which checked the white ball off the rail, slowed it off the rail, and changed the angle of the white. Oh, that's a good shot there from Tony.
Nice.
Good shot under the pump. But you know he's going to have to play another big shot. I wonder, can he play the 6 into the 7?
I think the cannon here and the plant.
6 into the 7.
And then the white and then the green ball just roll up the cushion for the next one.
It's not, guys out there at home, it's not just about making the ball. He's going to try and control 3 balls now. He's going to make the 7. That's elemental.
I think he's playing it all the way up the table here.
And then leave the 6 over the pocket.
Oh, look at it, he's done it. It's a nice shot. He doesn't want to land on the wrong side of the 6, which
he's perfect. He's pretty much perfect. He's on the wrong side of the 6, but he'll take that any day of the week, mate.
Play around the table?
Yeah. He's a pool player. That's all he plays. Doesn't play snooker, doesn't play 2-shot, doesn't play anything else.
He's putting a heap of... oh, no.
He actually underhit this. He underhit this. It's going to be on the rail. He underhit this, and now this shot... Wow, this shot carries a lot of weight, a lot of pressure. He underhit this by a good foot or 2. So, the good thing for him is about an inch off the rail. This needs good cueing. This is very missable, Jamie.
Never easy to cue off the rail, Baz. Never easy.
He nailed it.
Nice.
1-0. Now, Tony was breaking a lot better than Judge in the last match that he played, so we'll see how it breaks now. And Stuart Rogers racking the balls. We had a big discussion earlier. And Stuart Rogers has actually been racking the balls really, really well. And so we're looking to see. Tony will inspect the rack. He's a little bit more, what's the word?
Clinical.
Clinical, clinical. And he's actually, if you don't know Tony very well, he's an Aquarius. And he's a perfectionist. Aquarius is a perfectionist. What star sign is yours? Your star sign, James?
Aquarius, what's that? That's at the beginning. I am Aries.
You in April?
No, I'm Aries 2 days in. 23rd of March coming up, my birthday, 23rd of March, and the Aries starts on the 21st. So I'm just kind of on the cusp of a Pisces Aries.
Okay. Well, like I said, I think I just jinxed Tony. I said he's been breaking really well today, but he just dry break. And that's been the irregularity that Marco Toicha was talking about earlier. He was saying that the break is just extremely irregular, just going to smash him hard and hope. Marco Toicha is the man. Not Marco Toicha, sorry. Ben Judge is the man at the table at the moment. And it just looks like he's got nerves of steel, doesn't it?
The two of the best players in the room sitting down, actually, talking about that. Marco Toicha and Justin Sage sitting down, got their heads near each other, just whispering stuff to each other about what's happening in this match.
Wouldn't you just like to be a fly on the wall and hear what they're talking about?
I know.
Yeah, they're talking next level stuff, right?
Well, they're probably saying things like people probably talking about us talking to each other.
No, they're talking about the game. And they're talking about what the odds are, that who gets out. And to be honest, Ben Judge, if I didn't know better, I'd say he's not 100% human. I'd say he's perhaps a cyborg, half human, like human skin on the outside, but underneath like machine.
Terminator 2.
Yeah, because like look at the way he walks around the table, nice and slow, and the way he talks, nice and slow. He's just so cool and calm. To be honest, it kind of throws me off a little bit.
Yeah, right. When he turned his head to look at that shot, I could kind of hear.
Things are moving around inside his body.
Absolutely. We've got John Wims watching.
John Wims,
another brilliant
player.
I've never met John. Hello, John. But, you know, he's one of those players that I've never met, but everyone that I know goes, oh, John Wims is playing in this competition, you know, and so...
You don't win 3 Oceanias, man.
Well, so I think to myself, well, this guy's obviously really, really good.
He's a very, very good player. He played this event as well, but he's been out of the circuit for about 8 years.
Okay.
So he doesn't play the same way he used to, I think, but that's only because he's just... I mean, he's a family man now. He's got his kids, got his wife. He's not playing as much as he used to as well.
Normally what stops people from playing as much as they once did. You know, the family come along, priorities change and shift. Why Dave Weljic's not playing, you know. I had to speak to him the other day online and said, why are you not playing? And he just digs his kid, you know. He just loves being around his kid and his, you know.
Well, Ben Judge has put the white ball in the perfect place now to snooker Tony behind the 6.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
And Tony knew this was coming. He knew he'd be snookered solidly behind the 6.
A little bit too close to jump, probably, so he's going to be kicking at this one.
To be honest, though, I would have thought it, because it was so close, I would have thought he would have tried to get even like stick the white to the 6. You know, but I mean, this is good enough. He's got this 5 ball away from the rails, which means the 5 ball becomes a lot smaller. Because if the 5 was on a rail, it becomes like twice as big to hit. So he's put it in the middle of the table, which is hard to hit. And he's also given him a 1 rail. He's got the option of either rail now. So I do expect Tony to hit this. He's calling his extension. He's using his extension now. He realizes the magnitude of this. He's got 1 chance now to hit this ball and give himself... He might hit it and leave him on, but at least if he hits it, he gives himself a chance to get lucky.
Yeah, always good, Barry. When you kick out of a shot, you clip the ball that you know, that
we must have at least 60, 70 people in the room watching.
And
he's hit the ball. Does he get lucky?
Leave it safe.
No.
He hasn't left it
He gave
safe.
himself a chance to get lucky, but didn't get lucky this time.
It's a foul shot there.
Oh, what happened there?
I don't know, but
Tony said he fouled?
Pointed out it was a foul. And obviously it was seen from somebody right beside me.
Did you see what happened there? I didn't see what happened there. Foul. We have confirmation from the Langer that it's foul. And with a ball in hand, we expect Judge to run the balls out.
5 in the middle, 6 in the corner.
He just needs a good angle on the 7 to get back for the black.
Would you be playing this off the top cushion and behind the black and back, or just screw across the table, Barry?
I'd go, oh, well, with the cue that he's using.
Play off the cushion. He's hitting the ball in the middle.
1, 2 rails here.
Nice. Doesn't want to go behind that. No.
That's good. That's good.
It's hard to see quite where it's going sometimes from the angle that we're at, Barry. So
this guy has got a lot of skill. Ben Judge has got a lot of skill. He's got a really nice touch around the table. Okay, so we have confirmation that he moved the green ball with the 6 when he played the kick shot.
Well spotted, Jordan.
They're actually, the people at home are actually closer to the table than we are. Because, yeah, they are. Because we're looking at it from a smaller screen from the side here. And, oh, gee, he's landed with a white touching the rail. He stuck his tongue out. You see, he is human after all. He stuck his tongue out like, I don't really like the shot, you're saying.
That was a motion, Barry. He can't be a cyborg.
Yeah, he is human.
Got a little grin in his eyes as he gets down to take this shot.
This with a very clean stroke.
Yeah.
Very clean strike.
Play forward off a couple of cushions.
Oh, he caught the point.
Yeah, he got a bit deadened there, didn't he? The white ball off that second touch. Off
this
the
is a tester, Jamie. Jamie Williams is a tester. And to be honest, I back him to make this. When it comes to single potting, I think he's been the best single potter in the room at the moment. I back him to make this. He can get his hand on the table nicely. And it looks like along on the nine ball table, but he's a snooker player. He should make this.
Lovely shot. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, no.
You know what? Any other table in the entire room, that would have gone in. But this TV table, we've got table 13, the Brunswick Gold Metro 5. This one in particular with the worn-out cloth, it's you have to be very on point. That shot would not go in on this table. But any other table in the room, that would have dropped. It wiped its feet on both knuckles.
2-0.
That was all.
2-0 to the way of the Greek.
Well, now this is a shorter race, a race to 9. Not as long as it doesn't sound like much. 2 extra frames. That's not much. It is. It makes a world of difference.
2 right.
World of difference.
2 right. And the final, which is going to be the next match, will be 13. Race to 13, right?
13 or 11.
I think 13.
What's the final race to, Langer? What's the final race to? 13. 13. Wow, it's going to be a long one.
Uh-huh.
That gives you a chance to stretch your legs.
So, big break coming up here by the Greek. Bang.
Antonios Gagaris hails from Marathona, Greece. He's dry broken again, but look, he's brought almost all the balls past half the table. He's using a lot of force in his break. It's just been a bit unfortunate. It's been a little bit irregular to make a ball off the break. We are playing with the break box here in this event, the Australian US Open 9-ball championship qualifying event, official qualifying event. Q World partnered up with Matchroom Multisport. We are very proud to be doing something on their behalf.
Good coverage, Barry. It's kind of a virtual box, though, isn't it? I can't see anything actually on the table.
You can't, but the players know exactly what it is. It's one diamond in from either side of the balk line. And then you just draw a straight back line to the back rail. So they can break anywhere if they want in that particular space, but not from the wings of the table.
Okay.
Which makes the break a lot more difficult. And of course, the 9 is racked on the spot, and it's hand racked with a triangle, not a magic rack.
So really, I mean, less prediction than ever before with a break.
It just basically means it's harder to run a pack on somebody with a winner break format.
Yes.
But it also means that the people that play the better safety, the better kicking game, jumping game, all these sort of things, that comes in more into effect of the game. If it was just a run out on just pure run out ability, we might have 2 very different players here playing this match. But because it's a game that needs that kind of that craftiness, if you will, that cunning. I have a cunning plan.
More cunning than a sack full of cunning foxes. Owned by Mr. and Mrs. Cunningham from Cunningford. Right, Barry, here we go.
Amy Firkins says, okay, thanks. I missed that. Thought he had been called for marking the table. Marking the table?
It's unlucky there. However, he's left not a shot on this one. Hidden away there behind the 7 brown ball.
Yeah, the 1 ball was tied up to the 7, so it wouldn't go.
He's going to play it safe, I think.
So he cleverly gave it back. He's going to... Oh, wow, this is interesting safety. Expect to see a clever safety shot here from Tony.
I think he's just going to stop shot there. Didn't quite work.
He banked it.
I think he might put...
He banked it and he made the black.
Look at this. Little tap of the table to say, sorry about that, I didn't mean it.
I just tapped the table to say that I'm sorry. He's only got 40 seconds to make his mind up what he needs to do. Has he used his extension for this frame? I think he has. Extension?
Maybe a safe behind the 9
Just
ball.
use his extension now. What is he going to do? He's going to leave him behind the 9, right?
Yeah, leave the white behind the 9. He's not, though.
He's hit it.
Oh, this is a nice shot.
I don't know. I think this is not a nice shot. Yeah, he's let it sticking out. He's giving Judge Dredd an opportunity to do something here. Now, if Judge doesn't like, sing it, Barry. Oh yeah. If Judge doesn't like the shot, which, to be honest, even if he makes it, he's not going to get a chance to do anything with it, really. So he might play a really good safety with this. Tony will not be happy with that effort at all as a safety shot. But Tony understands better than anybody that, especially a winner break format game, it's a struggle for control of the table and opportunities. But he's being let off the hook here. Judgey tried to play a good safety shot there. He wanted to leave the 1 on the bottom rail.
Yep.
But he just overhit it slightly or hit it too thick.
Not a great shot on the 2. Not easy to get to the 2. Actually, you know what?
Yep.
I think if he could play this with a lot of left-hand side, he could move in just behind the 9, off 2 cushions.
1, two rails
Yep.
out, and you want to, he's going to try and dislodge him or get behind the play safety.
Something like that. Possibly even cruise into the
He's
2 or
very
the
good
orange.
spin the ball. He's going to hit this with a lot of thigh
A
attack.
lot of spin.
He hit the 9
Unlucky
ball.
he's
He's
got
in
the
trouble.
9 there.
He is in trouble here. He's
Possible
in
scratch
a lot
in
of
the middle.
trouble.
He hasn't.
Now what?
Possible clip off the side of the 2 behind the 7.
How now, Brown Cow?
Absolutely. High Nai, Brian Kai, as they say in Northern Ireland.
What is he going to do here? He's made his mind up. He's only got 40 seconds to make his mind up, so he's going to do something.
That's what he's tried to do.
And what he's done is trying to put him behind the 7 ball. Did he manage to do it? I don't know. I think he's left him on.
Yeah, I think you can see a bit of the 2 ball here, Barry.
We can't tell.
And I think the 2 does pass by the 9.
I think he's left him
This
on.
might be possible pop. I'm asking him, can he see it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's wide open. We have confirmation from Langer that this shot is wide open.
Yeah. But
He
I
can hit the 2
kind of
ball.
see that from the monitor there as well, Barry. It just looks like it's flying down that cushion going in with a bit of room to spare.
Just want to quickly say that thank you very much for this opportunity from Matchroom Sport to be... Oh, is snooking himself? No, is he snooking himself? Oh, I can't tell.
No, I don't think he has,
We have a
Barry.
different angle. I think he's snooking himself. Just want to say a big thank you to Matchroom Sport for giving us opportunity to run this event. And we've also been given the World Cup of Pool qualifiers in Australia. That's my favourite event of the year, is the
gonna
World
be a
Cup of Pool.
Big weekend of pool, Barry.
Scotch doubles.
It's coming on the April the 6th and 7th. The qualifiers for that. It's going to be broadcast here through Q World in conjunction with Matchroom again. Brilliant website, live and exclusive, City Heroes. It's going to be Scotch doubles, and then that winning partnership is going to take themselves off to China and play representing Australia.
I can't wait to go.
I like it, Barry.
Well, you're going to be confident, and I've recently upped my practice routine as well from 30 minutes to 1 hour a day. So maybe if I can double that to 2 hours a day, I'll be perhaps with a chance. Tony Gagaris here thinking about locking up his opponent, and he hasn't secured the 2 ball. And I think he's got him behind the 6, but I'm not quite sure. Where's Langer? No, he's snookered him. He's snookered behind the 6. We're using
next to the table.
ancient technology here of hand signals. Langer crosses his hands saying, nope, it's no good.
It's
He's
not on.
snookered.
Langer's next to the table. He's showing us, as Barry says through hand signals, what he can see. Is it on? Is it not? That's
He's
a nice
kicked
shot.
out at 2 rails.
But he might have left him on there. Good coverage, guys. John Miller, thank you.
John Miller's made some good comments about me in the past. Thank you very much, John. We appreciate everybody's support. We did hit 71 live views earlier today. We want to hit over 100 live viewers. We are going to get shared to Matchroom Sport later on for the final. And is anybody having troubles with the stream starting and stopping 7-ball run?
Well, we hope not.
I don't think so. We haven't had any complaints. What a shot here from Tony, locking him up behind the 9-ball.
7-ball run, that's the first we've heard of this, so do keep us
not-
involved,
do you not know
anyone,
what
if you're
7-ball
watching.
run is?
I do. 7-ball run is the concept of betting that was come up with Sean Bard, Vinny,
Calabrese,
Chris
Neil
Manning.
Robinson as well
Yep.
is involved. And they're doing. They're based out in Las Vegas as well. And it's opening up soon. Yeah. Confirmation from Langer, the complete lockdown here. He cannot see a ball. He has to do something here. This is where Tony has been vicious all weekend, is his safety play. He's been really locking his safety play spot on. And this is also...
Oh, look at this.
This is
That would have
also
been
where
very
Judgy
nice.
has been spot on all weekend.
I thought that was going to stop just behind that ground there. Ground
He just... Judgy gets out of it, and he forces his opponent to play that extra shot. Never giving up.
I think he might just be able to sneak past this green here and pop this 2 in the corner. I'm not sure. Taking his time.
The pressure moments here. They're not playing for peanuts now. They're playing
10
for an extra
seconds.
$2,000. This match is a race to 9, essentially for $2,000.
Nice shot.
And you want to talk about pressure, big time pressure? That's what it's all about. And believe me, Tony would love a chance to get his blood back off Marco in the final. At the moment, it's been one-way traffic. Judgy yet to open up his count, but if you looked at him, if you took a close look at him right now, he's just having a sip of cup of coffee or tea or whatever is in that glass. Could be some whiskey, who knows. And he just looks really relaxed. He's got his eyes closed. Looks like he's meditating to me.
He does. He looks like he's meditating. And he's back in the room.
Yeah, his eyes were closed for about 20 seconds there, wasn't it?
It was like being woken, and you're back in the room.
Mr. Tony Gargaris. Even I'm mispronouncing his name because I'm switching from English to Greek, which is a completely different accentual language.
He's very close to this green. He's done this earlier. Do you remember he did this earlier? He landed very close, but he snuck it in the middle pocket with a really fine cut, with a bit of screw on the white ball.
To be honest,
and he's going to be making that.
He's a little too close to his work.
He is.
I don't think he was going to miss the ball. I think
he's going
he'll
to be
make
hitting
the
this
ball,
white very low here. Yeah.
He's going to be careful here.
And he's just going to have
with
to.
The positional shot aspect. Because you're focusing so much on position here, the pot becomes missable.
I think it's going to be a lot of bottom right-hand side to bring the white off the two side cushions as well.
Spin it around.
Yeah, back up the table. Sort of three cushions. No, one cushion. Looks like it could be a scratch.
Where's this white ball going?
No, he's okay.
Do your John Virgo impression.
John Virgo?
Yeah, where's this white ball going?
Oh, what John Virgo? So what? Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome to City Heroes John Virgo all the way from England. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be here. I'll tell you what, there's not many players that I'll call genius, but this guy's one of them.
Mr. John Virgo, it's so wonderful to have you here with us in Australia.
Well,
how was your flight from England?
Well, it was long and it was bumpy, but you know what? I'm here now. Something like that, anyway. So
I honestly thought you just channeled him. I thought I was talking to Mr. John Virgo just then.
So that was a finish up by Tony there. Takes it up to, is that 3-0, Barry?
3-0. Judgy has yet to open up his account. To be honest, he hasn't really done much wrong.
No, but look,
the safety aspect of the game is something that Tony excels in.
Yes.
And at the moment, he's been getting the better of him in the safety battles. Obviously, he's not going to be winning every single safety battle, but these things, they all add up. Everyone thinks that pool, especially 9-ball pool, is all about just running racks and packs.
Yeah.
But at the essence of the game, especially when the table is breaking as difficult as it is here, it's really humid, sticky conditions, the cloth is worn out, and the breaks no one's really making balls, right? Did Tony just make a ball?
I think he did.
I don't know. Well, he made a ball,
no, he
but
didn't.
3. Hang on, I can't see. 3.
He stopped there to have a look
6,
at the one to see
yes,
if he left the one on. Oh, he did.
He made the 4 ball. The pink ball's disappeared.
Not
but
on
he has
the one,
no
though.
shot. He has a total eclipse. He's got an edge of the ball, so he's going to play some kind of safety shot or maybe even perhaps a masse. Let's see what he decides to do.
But I mean, look, not forgetting, Ben was down in the last match versus Craig, and he's come back and ultimately, showed Craig who was boss in that match, won the match. So anything's possible. 3-0 down, but
he's played a safety shot here, and look at this. He's glued the white ball to the 3, but he doesn't like it. Oh, because of where the position of the 1 is. He's still left him on. He doesn't like it. He's left him on. And this is a long-range, Earth to Pluto shot here from Ben Judge. Can he put this ball away, get on the 2, run the balls, and open up his account? The question's been asked here.
Well, he needs to get himself off the blocks. He is 3-0 down. I do fancy him to pot this. Lovely shot.
Man, heart of the pocket potting.
Lovely
this guy is
shot.
an amazing potter. Smattering of applause here from the crowd. Basically because all of them got their mouths open going, what is this guy? This guy doesn't miss from long range.
No.
What he should do? He should just leave himself long every single time.
Yeah, this is snooker players for you.
Tony knew straight away when he left him on, there's a good chance he's going to make that ball. That's how much Tony's respecting this man. Bridging over the black, which makes hampered queuing, makes the game even more difficult.
Again, not my favourite shots to play, these ones, Barry. Jacking up, also going over the top of a ball, striking down on the white ball. And I only ever seem to pop these if I'm playing them plain ball. Any side, and I miss.
Yeah, it's tricky because he's going to make the ball and get position, and I think he's played a genius shot here. Absolute genius
close
shot.
to his work again.
Inch perfect. Dude, he's so close to his work. I don't even know if this is on. Is that on? We're
No, Langer's given, shaking his head.
You know, I've seen Langer say no before. That's not on. But Judgy can cut paint off the balls. I do not know. I don't know. He can cut the paint off the ball. No, he's looking for a safety shot. He's looking for a safe here.
He's not, I don't
Or is
think.
he banking the three? No, he's playing safe.
He might just be... No, he's
He
got
made
it.
it.
Look at that.
He made it. That was inch perfect.
And Langer was sure that wasn't going in.
Yeah, but you know what? Langer and Judgy are two different animals right now.
They are. You can't judge. Eh?
The guy just has ice water in his veins.
Oh, well, I never did.
How does he pot that one from the mile away,
Yeah.
pot the two over the black, habit queuing, force a position on the three, cut the paint off the three,
Yeah.
and miss a dead straight five. He played 3 great shots and he just relaxed.
Holding his cue very far down the shaft there, look, Tony. Is that
Because-
something that he does for all of his shots, do you reckon, or just that one?
He holds different parts of his cue for different types of shots. Have a look.
So
That shot that he just played now, he required a small bridge. He was close to his work. He held the cue further forward and he was also elevated.
Of course, he was
When you're
elevated.
elevating,
You can't hold your hand all the way
exactly.
back there,
Yeah.
can you?
Yeah.
Yes, I understand.
And this now is a tricky shot. Down the rail gave him problems in his last match, so let's see if he can put this ball away. Pumped it. I actually gave a bit of advice earlier. I said when you're playing shots down the rail on this table, so you got to slam them hard. You can't play them slow because the cloth is a little bit worn and the tables aren't 100% level,
Yep.
like I said earlier. So yeah, he dumped that ball in and he's got another rail shot to play on the black, which these aren't the easiest type of outs we've had today. Got to focus here. He's going to focus on getting a nice angle. Oh, he's going off in the middle. This is terrible.
Oh, I don't know.
Disaster. That's a terrible
Should
shot.
have been
from
this
Tony.
side of the middle pocket, really, there, but still. Dave Weldrick's back in the room watching. Hello, Dave.
That was a terrible
Kelly
shot
Beanie
from
Mowbray,
Tony.
hello.
He just got into that ball a little bit too deep and got the wrong line. That's a terrible shot from Tony. He knows better than that. And now he's under pressure. What's he going to do? He's got his extension.
He's not happy.
Of course he's not happy. He knows he should have been 4-0 up now. But he's going to be giving a chance here. He's called his extension. Yep. Langer's going to stand a little bit further away from the table. He's getting very close to Tony.
It's a tough shot to go for this, if he's going to go for it.
Is he really going to go for this shot?
I don't know. He might
He's
be
going to play
trying to put
some
the...
kind of safety.
yeah,
surely.
maybe look, just separating them both, putting them both...
Maybe just tap
one
it.
in the middle of
just
the...
tap the ball.
I think he's going to try and put the black in the middle of the bottom cushion and the white with a bit of side up here.
You know, I'll be giving Judgy long-range shots. It's just, like I said, this is an opportunity that Judgy shouldn't have had. After missing the 5 to come back here playing the 8 ball, you're feeling good. Thank you, David Relgic, for agreeing. He just got a little bit too deep in his white ball, I think, and it changed the line off that rail. Well, we have a weird name I don't know who is watching. Looks like it's Chinese to me. Hello, if you're watching from China.
Welcome. Marco's back. He doesn't miss these long shots, does he, Barry?
told you,
Again,
man.
he's got a
Told
good
you.
record at these in this match, the one before.
This frame's going to hurt Tony. It's a frame he could have made himself go 4-0 in front. Also, to be honest, Ben Judge had this frame locked up with those brilliant shots. Mm-hmm. You know, the shot on the 1 was long range, the 2 ball over the black, 3 ball. He's earned this frame. And the players, I think, are getting a little bit tired because we're seeing a few more mistakes we didn't see earlier. The famous Marco Toicher is watching. How are you, my friend?
He left the room shortly ago with Justin. I think they might have popped off for a drink or a bit of food somewhere.
Probably something to eat.
Yeah.
I doubted having a drink before his match. 3 frames to 1 in favour of the Greek. Judgy just opening up his account. To be honest, I think both players are feeling a bit of fatigue. They've been playing for an entire weekend. And there's going to be a bit more mistakes that we've been seeing. We saw some really interesting matches that were just really full of striking, long-range striking, not many misses. But now we're seeing a bit more tenseness because they're in the money And they're playing, like I said, for $2,000. And a chance to win the US Open Australian 9-ball qualifier. Judgy actually broke quite firmly there, but no ball off the break.
I'll be back in one moment, Barry.
100% agree with you, Kim. You're watching from Perth. Judge is an animal, mate. Solid in all cue sports. Yes, he is. He is solid on snooker, solid in two-shot. He's solid in an American pool. He is an absolute animal. He's potting balls from kilometres away. And we're not talking about straight shots as well. We're talking about cutting balls, talking about two-round position shots. He really is. And he's using a cue. Maybe that cue is actually helping him for the long range. I don't know. Maybe there's something significant in that cue, maybe that he's hiding. It is a pretty thick cue. Maybe he has some kind of invisible laser sighting system in there that we cannot see. And he presses some magic button and it helps him pot the balls. I do not know. All I know is that he's making them, and I'm envious. He's still in contention for winning the Australian US Open 9-ball championship here in Sydney, Australia. We are down here in City Heroes, in the city, in Sydney, where we have 40 of Australia's best players competing for this spot, for the honour of representing Australia overseas. Now, Tony's not going to be happy with that effort. He has left an entire open ball for Judge. He's left us. Judge is eating a banana. He's eating a banana. He's still chewing on a banana while he's at the table. He's giving himself some sustenance. And you know, a long-range shot is Judge's specialty. He's pot the ball, but he's a little high on the two. It would have been preferred to be another 6-7 inches lower. He's a little high, so his next shot, I fancy him to make the ball, but his next shot's going to be a bit tricky. He's got to play this with quite a bit of finesse. Let's see what he comes up with. Gee, he's so good at slow rolling the ball, but I tell you what, the table, just like women, you can't trust them to be level. It's very hard to slow roll a ball. Todd over here shaking his head at my commentary, but you know what? It's the truth. You'll see a lot of top players around the world who play this game. They try and always find a way to hit the ball with some authority. And that ball was dribbled in at pocket speed. He might have hit it absolutely perfect, and it might have rolled off a little bit. Even some chalk on the table can make that wobble off. Tony is playing a nice safety shot here. I think he's got him behind the 4. Can we see? He's left half a ball out. This is such an important frame for both players. Judgy wins this frame, he's 1 frame behind. And of course, Tony wants his frame to put a bit of daylight between him and Judgy. Kelly Beanie Mowbray says, Ben Judge is a slow starter, but I back him to get the chocolates and beat Marco in the final. Come on, Aussie. Yes, that's right, actually. Ben Judge is our only Australian left in the field. 3 players left. We have 2 international players and an Australian. It is wonderful to be having an event here in Australia that actually is starting to get some international coverage. Jordan Davies says Marco to win easy over either player. Well, we'll see about that. To be honest, there was a close match he had earlier with Tony, and whether it's Tony or Judge that he's playing against, it's going to have even more pressure than what he had earlier. So I kind of agree with you there. I think Marco will win easy, but he still has to do the work. So let's see what happens. This is not a WPA sanctioned event. Thank you very much for asking, David, although I suspect you probably already knew the answer to that question. This is a QWorld sanctioned event. And all the money that we're raising from this particular event, all the prize money is actually accumulated from the players and the sponsors that we have here. We are sponsored by Predator Qs, Kamui, and QWorld is also sponsoring the event. They're throwing in, not only are they running the event and hosting it and paying for the cameras, and we're also getting paid as well. The commentators are getting paid, and all the run-2 guys, the guy doing the timekeeping, we're all getting paid for the event. But also we're raising all our own money to give to these players from the prize money. So it's the very best thing we can do. As you know, pool is not the biggest sport in Australia, but I guarantee you where it was just 6 months ago to now, it has grown already in leaps and bounds because of our partnership with Matchroom Multisport. So So as we've seen, you just have to give Judgy a sniff at the table. And he's played a very good safety shot here. It's going to be... Tony is going to have to kick at this. No, he's got an edge. He's got an edge of this ball. And it looks like he's lining up 4-7. But his eyes are darting to behind the 5, so I'm expecting him to put the white ball behind the 5. Using the 7 to slow down the 4. And look at this shot.
Lovely shot.
Look at this shot. That is plumb behind the 5.
Taps on the table by Ben there.
David Roddick is saying, I can see Stuart Rogers cringing every time you say something is getting paid. Something's getting paid. Well, the sad truth is, mate, that to run a production like this, it does cost a lot of money. And it doesn't cost, $20,000 to $30,000 to produce this, but it does cost money. And we also, great kick shot there from Judgy. Gee, he played a great kick shot there. Has he? And he hasn't left up a shot. He hasn't given up a shot. That's beautiful. But the thing is, we are raising the money to send our boys over there with this tournament. And also, you guys at home, you also help in your little way. You can contribute by pressing that like button and pressing that share button and showing us with your friends and family. There are people out there who have never seen Paul before. They would love to hear Jamie Williams and myself speak.
Absolutely. Who
but
would
more
like to
importantly,
hear our Velvet Tones,
watch
Barry?
these boys play. So, again, Judgy, like I said, is forcing his opponent to play that extra shot. He's so good at that. Tony really, he could have been up 4-0 if he played a better shot to get on that black ball earlier. It got away from him. And now he realises the importance of playing a good kick shot here on the 4. There's a lot of pressure out there. He's played a good kick shot here. Has he got him behind the black? That's a great kick shot. Look at the skills. It's like a... Dude, that's a fine art. The speed control, the fatness, that to me has been the difference of quite a few matches Tony's played. Has been his kicking safety battle going, Jamie.
Tit for tat between these two right now, Barry.
That's a beautiful safety game. And now, again, Judge is kicking. And he's been kicking really well. Kicking tight for all of you out there don't know is when you're coming off a rail to find the ball. So we're not finding the director saying he's kicking at it. Judge has got a masse kick this. Let's see if he hits the ball and goes safe. First thing is he hit the ball. Second
not
thing,
quite safe.
But he hasn't really sold out. He might not like his next shot though. Tony's happy to wait. He likes to play this type of game. Lock him up. Or is he playing the 4-6 combo?
No, I think he
Combine.
might even be playing the... He might even kiss off the side of the 4 here and land behind the 9 off the cushion and kiss against the 9, freeze it there.
Don't you think you should just play a safety
It's
shot here?
possible, that's what I'm thinking. Kiss it, stick it to the back of the 9.
There you go. There you go. That's a clever shot right
Yeah.
there. Lock him up. And look, he's glued the white ball behind. Has he got him behind the 9? He has. It's not glued, but it's to that point where he has to go around the table to hit this. Look at that. Look at his face. He's thinking, I'm the judge. I'll just come off 16 rails and hit this. But now he's thinking, maybe I can't come off 16 rails. Maybe 21 rails. He's thinking, can he get around this and he just clip the edge of the 4? You got to love his demeanour though, eh? Like, he never seems to say a bad word or even get upset around the table.
No, he doesn't show much emotion. He's cool, calm and collected, but...
I love that about him. I think it's one of his best attributes.
When you're playing at this level, when you're playing a really big comp, I mean, you've got to be really, aren't you? You're not going to get to the end of the comp if you're not.
He's going to tie up the balls here with an intentional foul to make sure that Tony can't run out.
But then
this won't bother Tony at all. He loves
Tie
this
it to
type
the
of games. It won't bother him at all. He's going to take a ball in hand and snooker him again. And this snooker will be even worse than the last one. Is that 4-9 lined up? If that 4-9's lined up, that's a big error.
That's what he's saying. We've got Langer on the ground. He's looking at the 4-9 lined up.
I don't think that's lined. I think that's, you know what? They're touching, but it's lined up for the far knuckle. So there's a throw effect. He won't go for this.
Well, can he play this with
Too risky to go for
throw
this.
the other one in?
It's just too risky. Do you reckon he could play it two ways where he kind of goes for it? No, he's not going to go for it.
Oh, he's got
He
it.
went for
He's
it.
got it.
He got it.
Nice
He got
shot.
it. Wow.
Nice shot.
Wow. Always risky when you're playing a safety shot. locking up balls around the 9. There's always a chance of that happening.
But Ben's played what he thought was a clever shot there and played right into his hands. He's given him the plant, you know. Very unfortunate.
It was actually, because that was lined up. 4 frames to 1 in favour of Andonis. 4 frames to 1. Yep. And Mr. Stuart Rackrunner, gee, he looks good, doesn't he, Stuart, today? He's had a lot on his shoulders, a lot of preparation went into making this event. Thank you so much, Stuart Rogers, for giving us the opportunity to show the world what we are capable of doing here in Australia, featuring some of our very best, featuring our very, very best players. It would have been great to get some players from Adelaide and Melbourne down here as well, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Up here. Craig Riley leaving the building.
See you, mate. Well
Goodbye,
played this weekend, Craig.
Rubbing his eyes as if he's crying.
Oh, look, he's taking home a $1,000 payday.
That's all right.
I don't think that's bad at all. Mr. Langer, how are you, my friend?
Mate, my legs are tired, but there is some good pool being played out there, and the Greek Mamba is on the prowl.
How good is his safety play, seriously?
Just
Nice break.
None.
One's on the way to the pocket. It's got 3 balls there.
The touch. It's just all about the touch. And
His
then
kicking game.
his kicking game, he's getting out of snooker, and then he's just played such great two-way shots that it's not funny.
And now he's just made 3 balls off the break,
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
got the
landed
1.
on the 2 ball.
He's got the 4.
So the 1's gone.
7.
147.
147.
147.
Absolutely.
Now, could that be a sign? 147, as you all know out there who play snooker, is the perfect break.
It is. It's 15 reds and 15 blacks. I was on a 147 the other day, Barry. I missed my second red, didn't I? Oh, God. Honestly.
I'm sure you would have made it if you just got that second red.
Yes.
Oh,
2-ball ricochet.
Little twitchy
Hang on
there.
a sec. What's going on?
no.
That would have been fortunate,
A
Barry.
little bit of body movement there, and that's a bit of... He is tired. You know, no one is infallible.
No. That's another thing, Barry. I mean,
And that was a big shot. He knew he
even
could
gets-
run a pack on him now. He knew could run a couple of extra balls on him. Put it away.
Gets tiresome sometimes sitting watching long games, let alone playing in them. Using your brain, Barry, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, right beside us, we've got Todd here on the production team. He's glued behind the screen,
what's just
changing the
happened there?
camera angles. It must be tiring for him too, as well. He's staring at the screen all day.
Dude, he tried to play a carom shot with the white just to come thinly off the 2 and make the 3, and he missed the entire ball. I said it earlier, the table's not 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be that, or it could just be he missed the entire ball. I don't know.
Well, he doesn't really want to be missing balls at this 4-1 down.
That's a huge turnaround right
Yeah.
there. Tony's got to be loving life now.
Yeah. He's got a bit of energy about him, hasn't he? He's not tired. He doesn't look tired. He's not coming across.
No, he is tired.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's tired. He's a big man, dude. He's almost 100 kilos.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. I mean, he loves playing pool, but he's not... Oh, my God, he can't believe this.
Little unfortunate
He
kick off that.
cannot believe this.
He's got the edge
What
of the
happened
middle
there?
pocket there, the knuckle, and he's just taking him behind the 9, hasn't
I
he,
didn't
Barry?
actually like the way he played that, to be honest. I would have preferred he'd come off an extra, like 1-2 rails or something. Or played with the white ball, sent it over there and come around the 6 for the 5. 1-2-3 rail it. That's a huge turnaround for Tony. But I was saying before, he's not... I mean, it's been a long day. It's been a long weekend.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were brought down here, and we didn't realise... I'm one of the commentators, obviously, and I'm part of the crew, so I had to come in early and I brought Tony with me. And he had to wait over 3 hours to have his first match.
Right.
And that was a long day yesterday. Had some big matches. He beat a lot of good players yesterday. He actually thumped some really good players as well. And then he had the match of the tournament that he's played so far was against Justin. He played superb against Justin. The level they play against, and you know what? It's funny because he really rates him, and he's also Australia's #1 player. When you play someone like that, you lift. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so playing is missed the ball
Unlucky
altogether.
there, unlucky. Blake Foggett has just tuned in. Hello, Blake. How are you?
Is that a foul? That's a foul. Yeah.
Was a foul, ball in hand.
Wow.
He needs this frame, Ben. He really needs this frame.
Oh, 100% needs a frame. He could have been down 5-1 right now, and now it's going to be 4-2 with his break. 1 golden break, and you're 1 behind.
Right. That's one thing we haven't seen yet. In the
I had
last
one
few hours.
yesterday.
Did you?
I had one yesterday in my match against Danny Stone.
Oh, good on you, Barry.
Could have happened to a better bloke. Well, we asked these players what cue did they use. And Ben Judge says he plays with a Rod Hart cue. I don't know what a Rod Hart cue is. It must be the cue maker. Yep. He is from Western Australia, which is another state, guys. He's on the other side of Australia. Just put that into perspective for the people that are...
Well, this is like LA and New York, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Perth and Sydney.
Yeah. It's a 6-hour flight?
Something like that. I think it's about 5. That's the same distance as where I live in the UK to where you live in Greece.
Yeah, it's actually
About
only
five
a
hours.
4-hour flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I flew over to Greece once. Lovely part of the world. Went to Crete, Barry.
Oh, wonderful. I love Crete.
Yeah, lovely island.
Sister island of Cyprus is very similar.
Malia, I think, was the capital. We landed at Malia, I think.
Iraklio is the capital.
Oh. Well, I stayed at a place called Malia, I think. That's the name that's jumping out in my head. But anyway, back to business here.
2-rail position shot here. Cut it with a little bit of left-hand side. You can't use a lot of side using that cue.
Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it.
He's
Has
got
he landed
side.
safe? Has he landed safe?
You know, I
behind
had this discussion with
No, he hasn't.
Marco Toicha earlier, and we both feel that if he had a different type of cue, and I really think he should get himself a Revo, 12.4 Revo. He should make a phone call right now to Stuart Rogers of Q World, or go see his Predator dealer right now.
Go online, pick the queue, press send, put in cart, deliver to your house 1 week later. It's that simple. That's it. There's many ways to pay. I mean, by Jove, you could even come down here and put the money in Stuart's hand.
Send him a check money order.
Yes, yes. Personal messages. I've got some cash on me. I'll pay Stuart, and you just pay me back.
Or how about you just send me the money and never see me again?
That's what I was going to do, Barry, actually. Shush.
8-ball Paul says it's 3,552 kilometres. He was there this week. It's a 5-hour flight, 4 hours back.
Thank you very much, 8-ball Paul.
That's TB.
Who?
TB.
Oh, right.
He's anonymous.
Oh, I see.
He's one of those famous pool stalkers that you see.
Pool stalkers.
One of those guys that likes to secretly watch pool. We have now officially hit 70 viewers.
Here we go.
The Australian record is 71. Come on, guys.
Just phone
We're
off
gonna-
69. It's gone down to just phone 2 friends.
We're
Get
going
them
to
to log
break
on.
the record today. We're going to have at least 100 live viewers. And don't forget, everyone overseas is still sleeping. When we upload, what time is it here?
People wake up. Tailwind. Haha. Got there a little bit quicker. Sometimes I like it when the pilot tells you that over the tannoy, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a tailwind. We'll be landing in Cyprus about 25, 30 minutes early. Absolutely brilliant. Get a little spring in your step. I'm going to be on my holiday sooner. So, rack runner, running over to rack the balls. Stuart doing a good job, spinning all the balls back there. I like that little technique there that really cleans up the balls, doesn't it, against the cushion?
Well, I mean, Stuart Rogers is fantastic with the balls.
Yes, sir.
Racks the balls well. We're actually practicing racking the balls before the match started this morning.
Really?
Yeah, really. Does that sound ridiculous? It might sound ridiculous, but it's not.
There's a few things I normally get away with that I shouldn't when I rack balls, but I'm not going to say what they are in case anybody ever sees me in league and says and looks out for that thing that I do sometimes.
Ah, so
I
you
know.
have got a few secrets.
Well, I shouldn't even say that, should I?
The famous Tom Shen is watching live. Has he left the room? He was
Tom
here
Shen
earlier.
has left the room. He was playing a money match earlier with George Mariglis. George and Tom Shen in the same room together.
Of course
both,
they're going to go at it.
both
aren't
with
they?
cash in their pockets. I mean,
Always cashed up.
I know. Are they going to have a money match? I mean, does Dolly Parton lie on her back?
Who
Of
won,
course.
Tom? Did you win or did George win? Let us know.
We've got Rhea. Rhea is watching. Hello, Rhea.
We've got a little timeout here.
We love Rhea, don't we, in Q Sports?
Absolutely.
Absolutely love Rhea. She's
Is
dominating.
she still playing?
I don't know if she's still playing, but one night I was hanging out with John O'Kalija and Rhea, and the three of us decided to go and play on the diamond tables in Newtown.
Uh-huh.
And we went in there, and Rhea put her money on the table, and me and Jono put our money on sort of way after. We wanted her to dominate for a while without us getting involved. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I think we played. There was two tables at the time. We played on the next table. We just let her have that table for herself. There was probably 10 coins after her.
Mm-hmm.
She just went through every single one of them. Oh, she was chewing them up and spitting them out, Barry. Honestly, these guys were elbowing each other.
She was
God.
smashing all these blokes.
She's absolutely just running amok with a haraki. You know?
With a rack cue.
Yeah, with a racket. Well, we didn't take our own cues. It was a Friday or
For all of
Saturday
you guys
night.
out there don't know, Ria's a short, small little Chinese lady.
Yep.
And, it would be quite a sight to see her in a pub in Australia, being all these big Australian blokes drinking their VB.
Mate, she was bloody kicking butt. And she was. And I tell you what, I think she 7-balled a few guys. There might have been guys
Really?
doing the
Take
Australian...
the trousers down and run around
pulling
the table?
the trousers down, running around the table. I did that once, and I got kicked out of the pub for it, Barry. But anyway.
Why is that?
Because
were you
the
wearing
bouncer
underwear?
said, why are you doing that? I said, I got beaten 7 balls up. He said, I've never heard of that in my life that you do that. I said, this is an Aussie thing, mate. And I'm not even Aussie and I know this.
Well, lucky that's never happened to me.
I got ejected from the bar. So, one ball is sort of situated behind that green
Lisa
ball
Redford
there.
is saying, fire up, Judgy. Come on, Judgy, fire up, mate.
Rhea heard her name.
name.
We were telling the story, Rhea, about when we went to Newtown and we played on the diamond tables at the Townie.
Fantastic tables. I have a table at home, by the way.
Right.
9-footer.
I've got I don't have a diamond. I've got a 7-foot bar box by a rival brand. Won't be talking about that. Won't be mentioning any names, but it's the same brand as we're playing on today. Okay, so...
It's not a big deal. We can mention things. But
Yeah.
the bottom line is, if you want to improve in this sport, you need to have an opportunity to train regularly. And if you live farther, we only have one real big pool room in Sydney, really, which is the one that we're streaming out of here now. That's Walter's room, City Heroes in Sydney. But if you don't have that, like I live near the Blue Mountains, which is over an hour away, so
Yes.
I bought a table so I can just train after I finish work.
Yes.
Because I'm committed to the game. I want to play. And I love the game. I love playing pool.
Were you in a house or an apartment, Barry?
No, I have a house.
So
rock
Rhea,
up home.
if you could Facebook me that photo, that would be great. She's got a photo of us from that night. Awesome. I bet it looks so much younger. Oh. Actually, I don't want to see it. No, I do.
The beautiful
Free
thing
ball.
is,
He's
with
got-
the winner break format, you are never out of it. If it was alternate break,
Yeah. Look
a
at
kiss
that.
match was alternate break, then it'd be kind of grim. It'd be 5-1 down.
Right.
It'd be harder to turn it around. Because it's winner break, 3 and 4 frames is nothing. It's nothing at this level. So even though it looks like, Judgy hasn't started yet, he's also very good near the end of the match.
Right.
Because he's got fantastic temperament. So if he can get I back him to run the balls out here. He'll take his time to run him out. Where's he going with this cue ball? Where's that cue ball
I
going?
know, but he was fortunate to land in, sort of kiss up to that green there, but I think he left himself a bit of a straight, did he, on that?
It's just his position plays a little bit off at the moment. He's getting a bit tired.
Yeah.
He's relying a lot on his potting, and he's starting to leave balls in the hole. you
Yeah.
know?
So he's going to have to play this orange, obviously, from where he is, and it's not a great, easy shot. But then again, he wants an angle. He's got it to be able to come back up the table. He just doesn't want to cruise into this 9. He doesn't want to hit this 9, does he? But at the same time, playing from that far away, he doesn't want to try and avoid the 9 by putting side on the ball. That makes it even more difficult. Nice shot.
It's hard for him to put side on the ball with the tip that he's got. He's got a 14mm tip. It's 1.5 centimetres, mate. That's a big tip.
Yep. He's all right.
He's landed. He's
Not
landed
too
plumb.
bad there.
He's landed good. Because the line he had, really, the line that he had with the white ball, he had literally a ball to land in. He's put that white ball on a dime. Yeah,
Nice shot.
Why not go for
He's
it?
got this angle as well
He
to get
landed in
round.
the perfect place to have a shot.
2 cushions, 1-2 behind the black.
Now this
Nice
next
shot.
shot now is all about making it. Very low chance he'll scratch. Just pot the ball. 1-2 rows is on the black. He's going to make sure he pots this ball. He did miss a cut shot earlier.
Nice shot. He needs he needs a few frames.
How good's your speed?
5-1
Your speed's
down.
Perfect. He's looking around. It looks like he doesn't like it, but I'm sure he's going to love this position.
Did look like he didn't like that for a
Don't
second.
forget,
but
this man is great from behind. He was behind Justin, 6 frames to 4, and he won 5 on the trot to win the match.
Yep. Oh, hello.
He's a little, he's a little over. He's
not
fine.
too bad.
He's got this. He's got this. Jennifer Budd says missed that one, but should have organised a vino and watched it on the big screen. What's a vino?
A vino, glass of wine.
Oh,
Okay.
Jamie Cullinan is watching all the way from Ireland.
Oh, Jamie Cullinan.
What another legend of
Brilliant.
the sport.
Absolutely. Lovely
You know,
lad.
had we been doing this commentary 3-way, we could have definitely had Jamie between us.
JC, Jesus Christ. That's our Jamie. Had a lot of fun with Jamie playing in the the Mascotti Cup team, where we play Europe versus Australia.
Oh, Mascotti, is that what it's called?
Yeah, we play over in Mascot at Dermot's place.
Uh-huh.
It's a great Craig Riley, John Berard, Aaron Kane, myself on the Europe team.
Mm-hmm.
And Cullinan used to be on there. Pinky, do you remember Pinky?
Oh, of course I remember Pinky.
Yes.
Another fine player.
Absolutely. But
has he gone back to Ireland?
they're both back over there, but they're on a thread. I'm on a football EPL thread where they all, again, Aaron, John Berard, and there must be, honestly, hand on heart, there must be 50 posts a day between them all talking about where they are in the ladder at the moment. Football, football, football. Just doesn't stop. Okay.
Bet just to break. He's gone back to his open bridge, breaking from the top corner
Yeah, he has,
of the
hasn't
break
he?
box.
And he brought the white ball back earlier. Q on the rail of the table,
Yeah, he tried to
and
do
his
something
finger
different.
over it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that gives you more power than still
Yeah.
an open break.
Yeah.
I think it does.
But this break in
I know
particular
it
didn't
does.
work for him. He's left Tony with a 1-8 combo. The 2-ball is in a 2-ball in the 7. I can't really tell. He's going to have to give himself an angle on the 1 to dislodge the 2 somehow if he wants to run the balls.
Talking about Vino there, Jennifer and Sean have cracked open a bottle of red. Go Judgy. They're firmly in his corner. Corey Richards, come on, Judd, fire up, mate. Agnes Kimura, go Judgy. Everyone's on his side.
Well, he's the lone Australian left in the field.
He's G'ing him. They're G'ing him up. They're all behind him firmly. So, Australia versus
see
Greece
from
now.
that
And of
camera
course
angle.
they're in Australia's corner, I guess. That was a...
What happened there? That looks
I know.
that looks so
He
twitchy.
caught that so thin, Barry, so thin.
Thin.
When you talk about...
Cut thin to win, I guess.
Well, yeah, when you talk about cutting the paint off balls, that was what that was.
Wow. I don't know why he played it that way. He might have had a cunning plan.
Cunning plan.
He's going to have to come up with a good safety shot here.
Kiss the side of
And you know what? That's okay.
Can you see that too?
It's a containing shot, but it gives Judgy a chance to respond.
What, can he play that between the cushion of the 9 and
the
put the
good-looking
4?
young man behind Judge there, that's Marvin Monzoon. He's our tournament director.
I can see this
He's doing the
4 going in.
timekeeping at the moment. All the players here, there's a 40-second shot clock. That's not a good response there from Judge. I think he's left this ball on. And yes, Tony can cut this ball in.
He's looking at it.
Kenny Tidizo is watching. We are now currently at 62 live viewers. Come on, guys. Like and share the event. We have our next match will be the final. That'll be live streamed as well, uploaded to Matchroom. Matchroom Sport, Multisport. We'll be famous all around the world after tonight, mate.
We're famous all around the room. There's a lot of people watching. A lot of people sitting around watching. They might not know who everyone is, but they're looking at some good pool. They want to see some good pool, and they know they're in the right place.
Corey Richards is saying, Barry, when is the next tournament in Sydney? Please keep me posted.
Well, Corey, there's a few coming up, mate. We've got a full calendar. Full calendar. We've got the World Cup of Pool qualifiers that are happening soon on the 6th and 7th of April. That's going to be good. It's going to be broadcast here live through QWorld TV and Matchroom.com in the UK. That's going to be 6th and 7th of April, Scotch doubles like normal. Winners represent Australia in the World Cup of Pool, which I think is in China.
I can't wait for that event. It's got my name written all over it.
Your name must be World
If
Cup
nobody
of Pool,
else but me
Barry
enters,
Navas.
I'll win, right?
Of
With my
course.
partner.
Right.
There you go.
Everyone else, you're banned from entering. Barry's got to be the only one. There's going to be the 9-ball Masters after that, Corey. That's going to be in May on the 17th to 19th.
Hey, Corey, you'll love that in Sydney. That's played on 7-foot tables. That's cracker. It's played on 7-foot tables, 9-ball.
So that's going to be
so
at Tenpin
exciting,
City
man.
on the Diamond 7-foot.
I can't wait to play that event.
I don't mind a game of 9-ball on a 7-foot table, Baz.
No, it's
A
awesome.
little bit different. It's good.
Well, basically, it's everyone's running out. It's so awesome.
Yeah. Moving into the middle of the year in July, we've got the Masters and Apprentices. That's going to be the 26th of July. Then, I mean, look, a day later, the 27th and 28th of July. Have I got that right? The Q World Classic.
Yes.
Are they that close?
Q World Classic isn't. No, you.
I'm not sure that's right. I've got the.
Oh, there. The Master of the Apprentice always happens on the Friday night before the Q World Classic.
Oh, there we go
It's
then.
just a one-night event. That's the charity event.
Yes.
Then we go to the Q World Classic. That usually has quite a lot of prize money. That's an 8-ball event. That's a
Okay.
two-dayer.
So, I mean, we got 2 comps there in one weekend. That's good. 23rd to 25th of August on the weekend is the Sydney 10-ball Masters, which will be good. And then the 9-ball
That's also
Masters.
played on the 7-foot table as well.
Yes, okay. And the 9-ball Masters is in November, the
How come there's
first.
2 9-ball Masters this year? I do not know. One's the 9-ball Masters, one's the Sydney 9-ball Masters. So that's a different... we're going to have to get some specifics about these. They look like 2 different events.
No problem. We can ask Todd on the production there to click and it will come up.
It looks like 2 different events. Might have a chance at 7-foot table, says Corey.
Stuart Rogers, JC, the 40-point king.
Is that Jamie Cullen?
Must be.
Yep. He did 40 points once. He did a break and run on Greg Jenkins.
Aha, Jamie Cullen. Congrats, Stuart, on a great tournament, as always, mate. Very nice.
Tony here now amongst the balls. His eyes are not leaving that table. Like I said earlier, very workmanlike experience. Very workmanlike, as you see with all the Greeks. You ever watched Alex Kazakos play?
No.
No. Okay, interesting fun fact about Alex Kazakos. He picked up a cue when he was 16. At the age of 16 and a half, 6 months later, he won his very first Open event.
Wow.
It took him 6 months to really get his game to a high level. And then, because he's got the opportunity to, he plays full-time. He was #1 ranked player in the world for 3 months now in a row. He slipped out to #2 or 3 ranked now.
Okay.
And you got also the likes of Nikos Economopoulos, Malay, all these boys in Greece. They work hard, they train hard, they travel together. They travel with Atleti Kachi,
Okay.
another world #1. Atleti Kachi is Albanian, along with Malay, who's Albanian as well. All these Greeks and the Albanians, they hang out together, they get along very well, and
Yeah.
they train together too.
Right.
It's right next door to each other.
Stick together. 6-2.
it's very-
6-2 to Tony.
Very workmanlike around the table. When they go to tournaments, I mean, Atleti Kachi was no one, and he was staying in a hotel room with Chris Melling,
Really?
right? And Chris Melling didn't know who this guy was, and Atleti Kachi went to tournaments, and he was just playing everyone for money, winning heaps of side money matches. And Chris Melling was like, how come this guy keeps getting all this action and beating everybody? And then he won the World Pool Series, Dan Appleton's World Pool Series.
Yeah.
He won it once, and then he won it twice, and became the winner that year. And then he started winning tournaments left, right, and centre. And he became #1 in the world within a year and a half. That is extreme. And he's only 20 years old, 21 years old?
Oh, phenomenal.
Him,
Phenomenal.
Joshua Filler, on the Moscow Cup team, Alex Kazak, all these, so much talent in Europe at the moment. What about Fedor Gorst from Russia?
Oh, brilliant.
Dude, he's got an over 800 Fargo rate. Unbelievable player. Those 3 guys are under 21 years of age. Put them on the Moscow Cup team.
Yeah.
The Europeans have got, honestly, it looks like we can put 3 or 4 teams together now to play against the Americans.
So good, so young.
Well, they breed them. I don't know what they're feeding them over there in Europe, but they're obviously they're a mixture. They've got a lot of snooker background as well,
Right.
which I think does help, because having strong fundamentals in this game is a must. I mean, let's look at Kelly Fisher, for example.
Mm-hmm.
She's arguably the best 9-ball pool player ever played, and she's of a snooker background.
Yeah, absolutely. Our sister as well. That's unlucky there. It's left that in the jaws.
Jamie Cullen is asking what's the final race to. Race 2 is a final. The final is a race to 13.
13.
And it's called a hot seat because Marko Toicha has effectively lost his life. So he has to win a race to 13 against the winner of this particular match, which at the moment, with the scoreline at 6-2, looks like it could be Tony. But with the winner break format, it's still anyone's game.
So the person who's, if it could go to 2 matches, the final could be 2 matches.
No. Like I said, he loses his life.
Yep.
So it's a longer race, and he doesn't have a life. So if he loses, he lost. The final is the final. It's the final match. That's why it's called the final. It's not a one-side final. It's the final. So he doesn't have a life. He's in the hot seat right now. That's why it's called the hot seat. He's waiting for these guys. One of these 2 will come through on him, and he has to beat either one. If he loses, he's lost. Because essentially, both players will have 1 loss. Let's say, for instance, for argument's sake, Judgy goes through, wins this match, plays in the final, beats Marko Toicha. That means that both of them only had 1 loss, but he beat him in a longer race to 13, so he gets to the tournament. That's just how it is. I actually like double elimination and then semi-final straight knockout. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the longer race in semi-final. Jamie Cullen says Marko to beat Tony 13-9, calling it early. I'll take that bet.
Okay.
I'll put $1 on that, mate. When you come back to Australia, I'll give you. You know what? I'll place you a beer. I just want Jamie to come back so I can give him some beers.
Oh, lots of people want Jamie to come back.
He really was an attribute to Paul in New South Wales, wasn't he?
Just, and a personality as well. Always a smiley face, always an upbeat attitude, you know, and somebody that just people in the room gravitated towards, you know, a big circle of friends. And even if he hadn't have been, which he was around for a while, but even if he hadn't have been, he would have been them people that, you know, one of them people that turned up and then went and would have made a big impact in the short time that he was there. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So 5 to the 6, one cushion, bit of top. He looks like he's not hitting it with a bit of top, he's hitting it with a bit of bottom.
Tony's in a very good position here. He's got an angle, a slight angle on the 5. He's going to have to force this.
Top left, around the back of the 9 and the 8, I would. But, you know, let's see what he does. He's a better player than me, so who am I to talk?
He's going to just screw this straight back,
Keeping
keeping it simple.
Oh, he's going to go for the long shot then.
Keeping it simple. He didn't want to force it because playing it, he'd have to play with. He didn't have enough angle, so he just decided to screw back, keep it simple.
Yeah.
8-ball Paul says, Barris, do you think the person keep playing it still warm and has an advantage in the final?
Yeah, good question.
That is a good question. Do I think the person that's playing right now would be warm? Well,
do you think they've got an advantage coming in against Marco?
There's advantages and disadvantages. One, Marco will be more fresh. He's just gone off now with Justin. They're going to get maybe something to eat just to relax, keep their heads nice and fresh, and they'll come back ready. And he's also going to get a little warm up as well. But actually, I do agree with 8-ball Paul.
He's right at the end of the room with his headphones on. Look, practicing away. There he is.
He's practicing
there
right
he
now.
Is. He's right down the end of the room. I don't know if Justin's playing with him or not, or he's playing on his own.
Tony's just missed a long-range
but
6-ball.
Marco is down right at the end. You know where the dartboards are, and it's all mirrored around the room, viewers? Well, that's where he is. He's got a pair of headphones on, wireless headphones, and he's locked in his own little world, just racking them up and potting balls. Just getting himself ready. David Ureljic saying he can't click on the link.
Click on the link.
Glitch.
Glitch.
That's what he put.
Okay, I can say Tony. So Tony was saying, yeah, I kind of agree with Tony. I kind of like the person coming into the match as having the advantage. But he's already been beat once, usually by the guy that's in the final. So, you know, he's had a loss somewhere. So whatever you can say, yeah, they would be warmer because they just come off the table.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look at Craig Riley. He came all the way from the loser side, winning so many matches. That took a lot out of him.
Yeah.
And if he was still going, you know, every match you play takes a certain toll on your body and your energy field and your energy. So when you're young, say you're 21 years of age, like Joshua Filler and all these young top pros at the moment, I guess it's not as bad. But when you're in your 40s, like Craig and me are, yeah, I think it does it works against you. I'd like to be fresh, to be honest. I'd like to be in the hot seat waiting.
Not an easy shot, this one here, getting this up the cush. Very close to the ball. Let's see what he can pull out the bag here, or put in the bag,
he's
hopefully.
Banking. He's playing the double. He's playing the double, and he's got, I thought he had it. He hit that point.
Well.
Again, if this was maybe slightly bigger pockets, I would have gone in.
Now, I have my money on Tony to win this, really. I mean, 6, it's going to be 7 now. 7-2. This will be
in a race to 9.
Yeah. I think...
well, look, Tony's missed 2 long-range shots, which is a bit of a worry. Not because he's actually pretty good long-range normally, but I think he's a bit tired as well. This has been a long weekend, mate. And you understand, this is the biggest event Tony would ever won if he won it. And there's a lot of pressure out there for these boys.
Mm-hmm.
Make no doubt about it. I mean, being, with a camera crew around you and playing on a very difficult table, and this is a very difficult table. Marco Teucher, top 40 in the world, was saying how hard this table's playing. Mm-hmm. For him to be saying that, and he's played all over the world, that means it's a tough table.
Absolutely.
Stu Rogers will be racking soon.
Well, it's a good bounce he got there to just come up and leave himself on the 8 ball. Wants to white ball back over this side of the table. Lovely shot.
Doesn't want to be on the rail.
No, but
that's a tester. Yeah.
It's nice and straight-ish.
This is one of those shots that if you don't make it, you do lose momentum. You lose all your confidence.
Yeah.
So he's got to make sure takes the time and makes it. There you go.
I played in a comp here, New South Wales comp. It was a race to 7. I was 6-2 down. 6-2. The guy was on the hill. I won't say his name. I don't want to say his name just because. And I said, I was annoyed.
Yeah.
And I suddenly had, you know, when you said the players on the hill, and you suddenly think, you know what?
Just let go.
Sod it, just let go. And
Nothing
you
to
do.
lose.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to come back and
You
beat
played
you
your real
7.
game?
I'm going to beat you 7-6.
You played your
And he
relaxed
laughed to
game?
himself.
Really?
And I beat him 7-6. I did. I come back. And as you get to sort of 6-3, 6-4, they're thinking, oh no.
When it hits
And as soon as
6-5, they get the
that's
pressure. It's
it.
all on them.
That's right. And then it's a switch in momentum.
Mehdi says Tony has a chance for retribution against Marco if he wins.
He does. So it's not a bad break from Tony. Not a great finish on the 1. He can see a tiny bit of it.
That's all he needs to play it safe. If he doesn't see enough of the ball, he can always push out and see more of the ball.
Yes. But also, you know, just like any push, you don't want to leave it too easy for your opponent. But again, you don't want to leave it hard because they'll just put you back in. So,
Judgy, you know, this scoreline could have been a little bit closer. Could have been 5-4. 7-2's not unsurmountable by any means. Do you reckon he went for that there?
I don't think he did. No, I think he pretty much went to leave himself exactly where he is.
So guys, if you're out there at home, please like and share our page. When you like it, that means that you can get updates in the future.
Okay.
So when we go live, that's one of the benefits of pressing the like button.
So do click like, guys. Do
absolutely.
click like.
When we go live in our next tournaments, automatically when you check your Facebook, it wouldn't be on top of your feed.
Right.
That's the benefit of going live. And when you share the feed, your friends and family who are on your Facebook page, you could have maybe 300-400 friends. In my case, I got over 2,000.
Yes.
Most of them are pool players, right? So they're going to see it and go, oh, what's going on here?
Yes.
They click on. Could be someone that they know playing, or could be just people that like to play pool. It could be someone that doesn't even know anything about pool. Thought, wow, I didn't know this thing happened in Sydney. And if you didn't know this thing happened in Sydney, grab a cue, come on down, play some pool. Uh-oh. Tony's found that full ball and safety, and it's worked out okay.
I think you can see this.
Yeah, he can.
You can see the 1.
But where the 6 ball is, he can't really just let his stroke out, let the white ball run around the table. He can play a really nice safety shot here, cutting the 1 onto the 6 and sending the white ball around the room. Is he going for this? He's got to judge the bank off the 6. Yeah, I think discretion was a better option there. I think he should have just cut the 1, fanned it onto the 6, send the white ball around the table, and just get the game close. For me, attacking between these two players around the balls, about even.
Yeah.
But the safety play and has been better from Tony in this particular match.
Look at that.
And
Nice shot.
Exhibit A, like I just said, his safety play has been awesome. I think he's got him solidly hooked behind the 9. He's going to have to kick at this, like a little swerve kick. So, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Australian US Open 9-Ball Championships 2019. Proudly brought to you by Q-World. On behalf of Matchroom Multisport, my name is Barry the Mule Mavros. I am your commentator, along with my co-commentator, the legend, Jamie Williams.
Hello.
And gee, we've been treated to a lot of great pool today, but don't go anywhere if you're just watching this match. It might be over now soon, it might not be, but whatever the case is, one of these boys will be playing Marco Toicha in the final this evening for a chance to win a ticket to play in the Mandalay Bay Resort Hotel Casino in Las Vegas.
Lovely spot in the world.
Wow.
Lovely spot in the world, especially if you're a pool player. I mean, you're going to probably have been there before if you're a good pool player, because
I have been, actually. I've been there 3 times.
absolutely, we've got, you know, all kinds of comps running in Sydney. Both major leagues operating have a trip to Vegas as their prize. So most of Sydney good pool players have been to Vegas at one point in their life. Plenty of people come back with good stories. Lots of fun and good times are to be had. The pool's very serious as well. It's very fun. Tony playing really well tonight as well. Tony,
look, he's been under a lot of pressure, and
He's
he's held himself well. He has made a few mistakes, but this is the same shot he missed earlier, bro. This is the change I was talking about before that he missed earlier. Was that he remember that last match when he was playing Marco? He missed the 3 ball in the same way. He tried to roll it in. This time he just didn't aim it. Blake Fogarty says, "Hey, Sheffy."
Hey, Blake, how are you, brother?
Stuart says, "Hello, Mark Boyd." Kimbo says, "Is yours open, Aramith or Cyclops?" We're using the Aramith balls today, Kimpton.
Aramith balls. Cyclops balls often get used here for other comps.
Yes, well, we actually initially wanted to use the Cyclops balls. We didn't have enough balls.
Okay.
So we decided just to go with all Aramith.
I'm more of a fan. I don't know if I should say it, but personally, I'm more of a fan of the Aramith balls than the Cyclops.
I grew up with the Aramith, so I love the Aramith balls.
Me too. I mean, just saying hello to Blake there. He's got a lovely diamond table at his house over in near Campbelltown Way. Beautiful house, beautiful diamond table. He's got the Cyclops balls as well. Yeah.
Well, I trained for 2 months using the Cyclops balls for this event. I came in with using Aramith. And to be honest, it kind of threw me off, especially the first match. But then after a match, I kind of got used to them.
I'm not a big fan, Barry, of playing the whole season with one particular piece of equipment, and then you get there for the finals, all the tables are reclothed, and it's like, well, hang on a sec.
What are you going to do?
Couldn't you recloth them last week, so at least we could have
trained on them.
Had a little bit of getting used to them. Or they changed the balls. Or when it came to a massive comp here, we've been playing all the time with Aramith TV Pro Cup balls, and then it came to a comp. I think it was the nationals or the state titles, and suddenly they changed them to the Cyclops. And I just thought, well, you're used to one set of equipment. It throws you off to turn up and they change on the day of the event. Anyway, what can I do? But
Look,
still,
there's nothing you can do.
No,
poor
it's a little bit
players,
disappointing
we're playing on
sometimes.
different equipment all the time.
This
The
looks a
only
little
thing
bit
that
sexy.
stays
Watch this.
stationary is your cue.
Look at that.
Again, a lockdown safety.
Sex on toast right there.
Wow. That's a bit of an edgy comment coming from you. Sex on toast.
That's
sex
what my
on
ex-girlfriend
legs.
used to call me. Sorry,
I had a hello sent to me from Tan Con Nguyen. How are you, Tan? Tan is a fine player. He hails out of Melbourne, originally from Vietnam.
Yes.
Really great player. He recently switched from a Southwest. He plays with the Southwestern queue. You know what a Southwest is?
I don't.
You don't know what a Southwest is? Custom queues made in the States. Like the cheapest one you can buy is about $3,000.
No way.
From 3 to
Are
about
they
20,
made up in the
to
northeast
20,000.
of America?
Expensive queues.
Made up in the northeast, are they?
I'm not sure.
Or they might be made in the
Southwest,
south.
bro.
Oh, yes, okay.
Southwest, mate. And he's recently switched to a Revo, and he's Predator Q Revo, and he's getting some really good results. So
Right.
he's a fine player. He won the Australian Open 9-ball a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, very fine player.
Well, obviously, if you're winning a national event, well, you must be brilliant.
Open. So it's not just all the Australians. There's also a lot of international players because he was international.
Okay.
So.
So, Tony shooting at the 4 ball here, up the cushion. Nice shot.
I'm very good, Tan. Thanks for asking, buddy. Everyone's just gone really quiet in the room now. Mark Boy says, Mr. Kakari goes hard. Yes, it does, mate. Like I said, ex-military, military trained.
Is he?
Yeah, can't you tell?
Oh, not that hard, Mark. Boy, you've jinxed him there, brother.
Yeah, and you know what? That was to put himself on the hill, bro. That was to put himself on the hill.
That was to put himself on the hill. Sometimes when you know that this ball or the next ball is going to put you on the hill, well, you just get a little bit,
Look,
twitchy, don't
if
you?
Tony wins this match, he's going to lift up his game 3-4 levels against Marco. If he ends up winning this match. And I say that if, because this match still has a heartbeat. You know the patient? Mm-hmm. And you hear that doot, 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 and you go doot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're not at that stage yet.
Flatlining.
No, we're not at that stage yet.
Clear. Boom, boom.
Judgy is more than capable, and we saw it earlier,
Yep.
of winning 5-6 games straight.
And he's got his fans all over the country, especially over the West, watching him.
Back in Western Australia.
A little bit of a twitch there by Tony, has seen him giving away this frame.
He's just showing a bit of a few cracks here and there.
Ben saying, thank you very much. I'll take that with 2 hands. And it's 7-3.
I'll have that with my bacon and eggs.
Yes. 7-3. Absolutely heartbeat. Certainly no flat line going on here.
Mark Bartlett says, I can see Marco win this final plenty. Well, obviously, when we saw Marco's name in the draw, we all knew that he's a different level. But like I said, he's less to the work. He had a character building match against Tom Shen, didn't he? Marco Teutscher was winning 8-2 against Tom Shen, race to 9. And Tom Shen made it 8-7 and missed the black ball to go 8-all.
He did not.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
earlier.
my word. What a
That's
shame.
what I'm saying. Everyone can be beat. I mean, don't get me wrong. I rate Tom Shen, and he's a fine player.
Yeah.
But when on paper, the caliber of Marco Teutscher is off the charts,
far
right?
superior.
Top 40 in the world. Come on, that says it all right there.
Yeah.
And he played himself into contention and then just drawed up the black. That would have been 8-all. Anything could have happened, man. From 8-2 down. Lisa Redford says, never say die. She's a Judge supporter. Gabby Cullen says, listen to Barry and Jamie makes my heart race. Oh buddy.
I'm lost for words, Jamie.
Oh, it's so nice. But isn't technology nowadays fantastic?
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So Ben having a really good look at this. He really wants to make a, he just wants to win some frames. He wants to bring himself back. And comebacks are seen all the time. He reminds me of something, Barry. I can't decide who he reminds me of.
Who?
Ben Judge.
Who does he remind you of?
I
told you, the cyborg Terminator.
No, he doesn't. Come on.
Mark Ballard says,
go.
I just think he'll be nice and refreshed, Barry. What do you mean? Lisa Redford says, I want to know what's in the bag. In his bag, never mind the queue. What bag? I don't know. Plenty is a good margin, Mark.
Well, 3 cushions around the table to try and hit the 1, and he's missed it. Good attempt, but no cigar. Ball in hand to Tony. What can he do here?
Man, Judge is drinking a lot of water. Have you seen? He's drinking coffee, water, eating bananas. There's like 5 bowls of water. Quick, get a shot of it. There he is. He's just drinking water non-stop. And look at him, just sit back, relaxed, calm as a cucumber. I'm just having a game with my mates.
He is cool, calm and collective, Barry. So Tony playing a bit of safety there, knocking the 1 ball down the table, leaving the white tied up behind the black. Ben back in play. Chalking his cue up like the snooker player chalk that he does. Very different from the way that pool players chalk their cue. Holding the hold the butt of the cue, don't they? And they put one arm up. Sort of hold the cue off the floor as well while they're chalking up. Whereas snooker players seem to keep the cue upright, the butt of the cue on the floor, hold their hand at the top of the cue, and then chalk with the other hand, quite delicately. So ball in hand to Tony. Chalking his cue. Tayum chalk, I think he's using. It's leaving it on the table, whereas Ben, again, pool players often keep their chalk on the table. Very American. Playing off the side of the 1, just skimming it off there and then tying it up again behind the black. Good shot.
Yes, there is a free foul rule. There's no KFC here, buddy. Yeah, I know. He loves eating his fish, his chicken, doesn't he? All right, we're going to be doing a slightly different commentary for the final, guys, because our match will be streamed around the world at one stage. So we're enjoying answering everyone's questions now. Please ask as many questions as you can now. We want everyone to come on board, jump on board. It's going to be live streamed to Matchroom Multisport, who have got a very large fan base. That's an international fan base, which will really help QL grow they're following. And yes, someone mentioned 3 fouls. This is actually pretty good. 3 fouls right there. 3 fouls, and Judge is taking a timeout. 3 fouls. Judge is taking a timeout. Tony is now officially on the hill with 3 fouls. We can do a quick introduction. Is this microphone working? No? Sorry, Mr. Marvin the Mayor, how are you, my friend? He's a little bit camera shy, guys.
Oh, microphone.
Can we put an advertisement on at the
Audio
moment while
shy.
they're on? He's just on a toilet break.
Sounds like a good
We're going to
band.
keep talking to you guys now that we're on our toilet break. Judge Dredd has just taken a quick timeout. He got 3 fouled there in that rack. And we've got the Lord Langer. Langer's joining me in the commentary booth, giving Jamie Williams a little break.
Yep.
Mate, what's your take on this match?
Mate, look, it's kind of almost like a replica of what was happening with Craig Riley and Judge earlier, but the difference, you've got an assassin out there. You've got a high-powered tank that is absolutely, one, destroying the actual rack, and two, is playing some unbelievable shots to put his opponent in so many binds it's not even funny.
8-3
So
to Tony, 8-3.
I've said it a million times. This is the Greek Mamba in full flight. This is the Greek Mamba on the prowl, putting.
He's a workman, isn't he? He's a grinder. He's been grinding away with lots of safety shots, and just now we're waiting for Josh to get back from his toilet break. Just snuck out of the room. It's a last-ditch effort. The opponent's on the hill, and you take your time out. And Tony knows this.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's in the commanding situation here with an 8-3 lead. Basically, Judgy has to play near perfect to win this match from this point out.
While Judgy is a great player, and he can obviously put a couple of frames together, I just don't see the momentum stopping here. The Greek Mamba is on fire.
To be honest, though, I've seen Tony play. Tony played a lot better than this when he played Justin yesterday.
Did.
And he's going to have to step it up a notch if he's going to have a chance to beat somebody the caliber of Marco.
Yeah,
at the moment, I'm not seeing that flowed motion he did yesterday.
No, and look,
he played better yesterday.
He did play a lot better, and I think he knew that he had a chance to obviously take out Justin, and he definitely delivered on that mission that he had. So I think. Yeah, wow. Okay, so thanks to Mark Bartlett. Can we get that? Wow, that was sick.
Wow, that was sick. That's how you do it normally.
No, it'd be more like this, Mark. Wow, that is sick. That is sick from the Greek Mamba himself. But you know,
dry break again.
Again, and look.
I've got to blame Stuart Rogers for the dry breaks. I just have to.
We've changed his name. It's not the Rack Runner.
Is it Stuart, the hot rack runner?
No, it's the dry racker.
The dry racker Rogers?
The dry racker Rogers. 1 out of 50, he says. Great shot on the 2 hits.
Now, if there's going to be a comeback to this match, which is obviously, we think it's highly unlikely, but I've seen matches come back race to 9. No? I've seen 8-0 down and 9-8 victories. From people that just shut out their opponents. Now, it's going to start with him running out this rack. Just one shot at a time and just keep believing in yourself.
He's got perfect position to come down for the 4 here.
Thank you very much, Greg Jenkins.
What a pearl of a
That means
shot.
a lot coming from a gentleman of you, like as yourself, about the commentary. We really do appreciate it.
What a sick shot from Ben Judge.
Yeah, it's a sick shot because he's played a shot that's about 14, 15 feet long, and he's landed almost dead straight on this pink, which limits his positional options.
And to everyone that actually, I hope you saw some of the little videos that me and Barry were putting online. If you saw the cue, the mushroom head cue, like how is he able to execute these shots with accuracy like that? Like he's getting a lot of power out of it. I get that, but how is he being able to just get that perfect positional shot with that cue up?
It's called talent.
It's called talent.
Yeah. Sorry, Langer, you got to be born with it, brother.
That's all right. I'm born with other things. I'm sorry.
Look, guys, that's how we roll in Australia. You know, we're laid-back kind of people.
That's
Our
right.
commentary is a little bit different of a style to other countries.
Yep.
And that's just how we roll.
Hey, what a sick shot again. Look, and he's just brought it perfectly. And you know what? Knowing how Judgy obviously has been playing a couple of his shots, when I saw it, in person, loves to roll. He loves to roll these balls in. You know, unlike other players that I saw all night, it's just been slamming him in.
Stamatis Pool, this is the player, the winner of this match goes straight to the final.
Yeah.
Against Marco Toicha.
That's right.
So yes, this is a loser side action. Both have had one loss. And Judge's come through the long way, hasn't he? He's had a lot of matches, jeez.
Mate, he's had to fight some of the best. Some of the best that we had as ranking to win this comp. And he shut them all down. Like I said, nickname, Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd. Just
how do you do it? What did you nickname me?
I said to you.
Yesterday. We were doing the commentary on my match. What did you call me?
What did I call you?
Just Barry the Mule?
I just said the Mule. Just the Mavros. Just the Mule, Mavros.
Just the Mule.
Just the Mule.
Yeah, but that was actually, I believe I'm one of the first players to have an animal nickname.
Yeah. For certain reasons which we can't
disclose
discuss
on camera.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Commentary
Otherwise, I think Facebook and the rest of the gangs. Oh,
shot there from Judgy.
What a shot!
The comeback has begun.
What a sick shot from Ben Judge Dredd himself. What a shot! How do you follow up that?
Oh, jeez.
No.
He got a kick.
Oh,
He's showing that the white ball kick. He's not happy with that at all. And look, Tony's saying, "Can we get the ball cleaned?" There was a big kick there.
Wow.
That's just it's just unfortunate. A kick, Todd, for all of you guys out there that don't know, a kick is when the ball has some dirt stuck on it, and the balls click together, and the balls don't have a clean contact, and they jump, and that caused him to miss that shot. It's rare, but it does happen. And as you can see, it happened the most unopportune of times there.
Yeah, and he looked like it was set. He didn't have to think about the shot. Didn't even have to line it up or anything. It looked like a standard routine shot. And that kick has just made him look like a fool.
Well, we know what happened. We saw it. We got it on camera. It's really unfortunate.
Oh,
Tony just smashed that.
The Greek Mamba missed it.
He missed it, and he's just
this is sick.
There was quite a bit of body movement in Tony there.
It was.
That was a big shot there. That was getting $2,000 shot.
Oh, goodness.
How would you shoot that if you were shooting it for $2,000?
Well, I think I'd have to go to the bathroom first before I took that shot.
That shot's a lot easier when you're 8-3 up than 8-3 down.
Justice, I think.
I think so. I think so.
Justice.
I think that's fair.
I think that's justice. It wasn't an easy shot, but Ben Judge was definitely got unlucky with that big kick on the 9 there. And Stewie giving that ball a bit of a cleaning treatment on there.
Yeah, Tony just didn't finesse it. There,
Yep.
a bit of nerves. Like I said, he would make the final the biggest event that he would ever win if he won this. So, great. It's a lot of action.
A lot of action.
A lot of action. And the match is still going. 8-3. I have seen things turn around before.
Oh, wow.
Mehdi says that Judge Dredd's cue looks like a baseball bat. You should go into pool rooms and hustle people and bait them to play for money with that cue.
Well, forget about hustling. Why hustle people on a pool table when you just take Judge Dredd's cue with you? I'm sure everyone's just going to be emptying out their pockets for you when you turn up with that. And Danny Gilligan, my man, from up north.
Very handy pool player. And Ramo Teaser from Thailand watching. The Estonian stud muffin.
And
here we go. He's made 2 balls off the break. He's made the 7 ball and the 2 ball. The 2 and the 7 have gone down.
And look at this. He's got prime position here to go from the 1 to the 3.
And he can now come back. I mean, how costly would that 9 ball be just now that, in all fairness, it was a long range shot.
It was.
It wasn't exactly the easiest shot to make win the match.
Yep.
But he kind of had a bit of body movement in that. That puts doubt in yourself and your ability.
Look, that's been one of the biggest not weaknesses, but one of the biggest things that we've seen from
chink in his
armor.
Tony.
Yeah, it's just the one thing that's probably obviously a weakness that you're seeing, just movement. I know about you.
Shots like that, personally, I like players like Justin Sage and Marco Toicha knocking those long-range shots.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They got that smooth Rolls-Royce Q action.
And they stay still. Even if you came and ran into them, if I ran into them, they'd probably fall over. But any other person, if they just ran into them, they wouldn't move,
They're actually counting at home how many times you made the sick comments in the last frame. You mentioned that 4 times in the last frame, Mark, by that sense. Can we go for 5 next round?
Oh, we can try 5. Depends on this.
That was sick.
That was sick, man.
I liked it yesterday. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's the new one. Just to let you all know. Disgusting. We're going to be using that in the final. By the way, in the final, we're going to be doing a lot like what we've been doing throughout the whole tournament. We're going to have Barry. We're going to have Jamie on the main mic. I'll be a sideline reporter / the officiator on the table. Give you some, on the field reporting on there. Just obviously what the players are like and whatnot. And that is not what Tony was hoping for.
Not at all. Not at all. And again, this is a beautiful opportunity for Judge Dredd to make it 8-5.
I still don't
And if
know.
it goes to 8-6, the
Oh,
pressure
yeah.
turns all onto Tony.
I still don't know why he's called the banana bender.
He eats bananas and he goes to benders. He drinks a lot of alcohol.
Oh,
First time I met him
really?
was in Adelaide about 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And we both qualified for the next day events
Uh-huh.
and went out clubbing. And I went home at about 12-1. And he got home at 5-6, straight to the tournament.
What?
Still really smelling like alcohol.
Yeah.
And the guy made the semi-final.
Excuse me?
No, seriously, that's I was like, how is he? Oh, dude, that's.
Oh, no.
He should have played the 8. I was thinking, how is he playing so good, dude? The alcohol fueled him and made him play like an absolute animal.
What?
Dude, he's a judge. Judge is a beast.
Yeah.
As you can see, he's a beast.
Yeah. Just
And it's
waiting.
not over till the fat lady sings. She hasn't even warmed up her vocal cords yet.
Where is the fat lady? I haven't seen her in a while. My goodness.
Left the old lady at home, mate.
Well, here we go. Tony.
Mehdi Mostag, you are right, buddy. Mehdi, he did hit that long 9 ball too hard. Sometimes you can hit the ball hard to give yourself a bit more accuracy long range. But in that particular case, not only did he hit the ball hard, he also moved his body on that shot.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. It's like when you move your body in a shot, it's like trying to shoot a gun and moving your body.
Yep.
It's like shooting a moving target.
You got to
Very
stay
hard.
still. You can put as much power as you can, but if you move, you're more than likely going to miss in terms of things. So you got to stay still.
Tony's going to get out here, and I know he's a bit nervous. He's going to put himself at the final.
Just got to avoid the 6 here.
He's also going to avoid a shirt foul. His collar is very close to that black ball.
Yeah. Oh, it's missed it beautifully. Will it have the line? Will it have the pace? It's got the line. Well, I don't know about the pace.
No, I don't know about this. He's very thin. He missed the 3 ball earlier that wasn't even as thin as this.
Yeah.
This is not easy at all. Good thing for him he's right-handed, because for me, that's just in the wrong part of town for me.
Yeah, that's right.
He's going to play this 2 rails now with a bit of authority. He's made it
Oh, look at
1,
this.
2 rails with some authority.
And here he comes back.
The hard work's been done.
Oh, it's plum.
He's played some excellent safeties in this match. I still feel if he's going to have a chance to beat Marco, he's going to have to step it up.
That's right.
He's going to have to play the way he
100%.
played against Justin yesterday.
He's absolutely going to have to go into that Greek Mamba philosophy.
But yeah,
that mentality right there.
He's got this. He's got
Look at
this
this,
now.
great shot. Avoided the 9. Now he needs to put this away. Need to put this away.
Guys, I don't want you going anywhere. We're going to, assuming that Tony makes this ball that's landed
what?
absolutely plumb
What
on.
a sick shot,
We're
man.
back in 15 minutes for the final.
What a sick shot.
Yep, it's over. Well
Showed
done to
the
Tony.
Filipino side of him.
Commiserations to Dreddy. It just seemed like Judge just started running out of fuel that
Yep,
match.
yep.
He used a lot of energy against Craig Riley. And he played a lot. Judge, he played fantastic.
Yep.
Really made a good showing this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, considering the long road he had to go through, he beat Justin.
He beat Craig Riley. He
Riley.
beat Danny Stone.
Danny Stone.
Craig
That's right.
Riley beat Danny Stone.
Yep.
He beat a lot of quality players to get to where he is, and he really fought. But like I said, used a lot of energy. And this is what I'm saying now in the final.
Yep.
Marco Torcha's been out the back there. He's got his headphones on. He's been warming up.
Yep.
He's back now. He's going to be warming up on the table. It's a good shot there of the Rogers Racco talking to Tony. Tony's smiling away.
Yep.
And there's a real big feeling of anxiety, of anxiousness in the room.
That's right.
People know that Marco is the
Yep.
heavy favourite to win, but can Tony, the Greek Mamba, somehow tip the scales in his favour with his smart, clever
Yep.
strategy play? I don't know. Obviously, it's stuff to tip Marco favourite in the match, but it's 9 balls to the race of 13.
Yep.
Anything can happen, mate.
You know, I have to say, if we're going off what the last match was like,
we're in for a blockbuster of event.
Yep.
Blockbuster
So,
match.
guys, we'll be back in about 15 minutes, and I can't wait to do the final.
See you all then.
See you guys.